So, I guess you all pay for public broadcasting. Does anybody know, have a rough estimation how much Germany pays for public broadcasting every year?
Several billion?
Several billion, that's correct. How many billions? 4. That's not bad. So the answer is 8 billion euros per year, right? This is how much Germany pays for public broadcasting. This is more than what Germany spends on development aid. So the Ministry for Development has a budget every year of 7.4 billion euros. Who is responsible for distributing this money? Old men in suits. So this is one of those broadcasting boards, also called Rundfunkräte in German. This one is the one of the MDR broadcasting board. How many do we have? Here we have all the 9 Landesrundfunkanstalten. Not listed here are the national broadcasters ZDF, Deutschlandradio and Deutsche Welle. And I think we have a problem here. I'm not very upset about that I'm forced to pay, but I want to say where my money should go to, right? So why do these people decide our TV and radio program? We, the consumers or the contributors, are the best people to decide it, right? So they can't possibly see or listen to all those thousands of broadcasts that are out there, right? They decide on it. Now, I think the Beitrag service could do a great job if they just offer something like this option out of the box, like a web app, where you can distribute their money, where people can distribute their money. And I thought, okay, you're a developer, you can just create something, right? So you can just do it, and that's what I did. Now I will show you the workflow, what the user does on my website. So you get an account, then some suggestions are given to you. You select those broadcasts that you want to pay for, and from those you can specify a certain amount for every broadcast. So I have prepared this screencast. I hope everybody can see it. I'm doing lean development, so I haven't implemented guest accounts. I know this is a huge barrier, but you have to sign up first. I will implement it, or maybe someone else. Then you select your broadcast. Pretty easy. I will just say something while you're looking at it. So, for example, next means everything but yes. It can mean I don't like it, I don't know, I don't care, whatever. In my user test, I found out that people are actually very competent to decide on a broadcast, and they're also very quick. So as soon as you see it, people either see the title or read the description. It's enough to say whether you want to pay for it or not. Yeah, so then you can issue the invoice, and as you can see here, we have a monthly budget of €17.50. By default, all the amounts are distributed evenly. If I want to, of course, I can change the amount, and all the other amounts are updated accordingly. Now we have division rest of 2 cents, but that's okay. So this is pretty much it. This is all the user has to do. We will publish those information anonymously, so nobody knows what you selected, but for every broadcast, people know how much did people give. Now, hopefully that works. Okay, we're out of presentation mode. I think that's okay. TV rankings are no choice of conscience. If you just turn on the TV, that doesn't mean anything, in my opinion. If you ask people directly, what do you want to pay for, then people start to think. And I think this is a great potential how we could actually improve the quality of our broadcasting. I will show you a live demo now. This is, by the way, the URL. And you can see the results without signing up. So this is how it looks like. We have 57 registered users already, and there are the balances. So as you can see here, Zenometer Mouse is number 1. Everybody likes Zenometer Mouse. First of all, you see on the left column how many times was this broadcast suggested to people. If from these people, how much % did actually choose yes, chosen yes, then how much is it in total? And how much does everybody give on average? And this information, you can't get that from TV rankings. It basically means something like how important is the broadcast from a specific target group. And there are some surprising facts. So, well, first of all, some broadcasts are searched for example, Tagesschau. That's why they become suggested very often. But also, like here, we have new broadcasts that were recently added to the database, and they didn't get suggested so often. But also something like this, right? So Kulturpalast doesn't have a high satisfaction, but those people who selected it give really really high amount of money. So it's very interesting to see those data. Now, so this was the live demo. From the implementation side, it's no rocket science, okay? So I implemented the front end with Ember.js, and the backend is a Rails 5 API with a JSON API interface. I can give you one thing as a giveaway. Do the engineering right. So I have made good experiences with all those techniques listed, and I want to show you how to do requirements, how I track requirements. So I always write down a requirement as a user story. So as a user, I want to do action in order to benefit. And this in order to benefit is actually the why, and it helps me so much to understand the actual problem. So this is my giveaway to you. This is actually code. This user story will become a Cucumber feature, so I also specify my documentation with the respective requirements. So I think it's called specification by example. And this is how the scenario actually works. This is a full stack task that runs both backend and frontend simultaneously and tests frontend and backend as well. Now, I will give you some reasons why you should join me. So first of all, it is 100% open source. It's licensed on MIT and it's on GitHub. The data is open data, it's Creative Commons, you can share it, and it's non-profit. So I'm not running a business here. I really I value credibility more than any imaginatory way to monetize this. And this work matters. So ladies and gentlemen, Heiko Hilka is a member of a broadcasting board, and he's supporting me. He's actually sitting over there. He didn't hesitate to come all the way from Pankow down here. So I'm very happy. Thank you so much for coming. He has more than 10 years of experience in media politics, and he says to me that what you do is politically explosive. He was the person who inspired me to do this. So he is the president and the founder of Open Knowledge International. And I don't know if you heard it, but this guy was appointed to the ZDF Broadcasting Council by the Case Computer Club. Now, this is what I want to show with this app. And it is cheap, and people want this actually, and people choose wisely, right? So don't be afraid to democratize the Beitrag service. Here are my future plans. I already found 2 supervisors. The 2 topics above are possible topics for a master thesis, right? So I will write my master's thesis about it. And if you want to work with me and write your master's thesis about it, maybe you should talk with me later on, right? Now, I also applied for funding. Both are 30,000 euros each. Fun fact, Medieninnovationszentrum Babelsberg, just over the street, is itself funded by broadcasting fees. Now, well, this is pretty much it. There are so many ways how you can help me. First of all, you can just try it out. Give me feedback. I'm doing user feedback-driven development. If you know somebody who's working in politics or media, please get in touch. Give me pull requests. Here are my contacts. Thank you very much for your attention.